I think calling yourself an expert might actually be stupid. And the more and more time I spend working in marketing and content, the more convinced I am. Because if you spend any time on the internet, it feels like everyone has it figured out. Marketing experts, growth experts, content experts, everyone's got a framework, a blueprint, and a playbook. And if you're someone still figuring things out, it can feel like you're behind. Everyone has this metaphorical silver pen that they're like just twiddling around like they own the place. Like everyone else knows the rules and somehow you missed the meeting. But the more real work I do in this industry, I feel like something is weird. The people who actually show up the most know the most. And the people that do the work rarely call themselves experts. So in this video, I want to show you why expert culture online can be like misleading and why sharing some experience might actually be way more valuable. I think you've definitely seen this trend recently where it's not showing the work, it's showing you doing the work. And I think that shows a lot about where online content and where artists are finding success online at the moment. If you spend any time on YouTube, LinkedIn, or X, you can see that everyone feels like they have the answers, the frameworks, the blueprints, the playbooks, step-by-step guides to success. For someone starting out, it feels like there's an overwhelming weight of I'm actually behind. And that's not because of anything else other than the amount of people that it seems like online, this huge just conglomerate of people have it figured out and you just haven't absorbed enough information yet, or you haven't done this person's course that everyone else has done, and that's why you're behind. But I think it's something else. I think it's that in marketing, content, and social media, things change constantly. Like what worked a year ago does not work today. And the idea of a permanent expert feels a little strange just because there is so much we are learning and so many things that are changing over the time. For context, I run a creative studio. I work with businesses, I shoot content, I test marketing ideas, and I'm constantly experimenting with what works and what doesn't. The first reason why I've been thinking about this differently is that the internet rewards confidence and not accuracy. Algorithms love certainty. If you say things like, here are the 3 things that will guarantee success, that performs way better than saying, this worked for me in this situation, but it might not work for you. As a consumer, I want to know something works before I try to put it into practice. And nuance never goes viral. It's always the confident people. So think about this for a second. If you've ever seen someone online giving you advice that's really confidently, but you knew it was wrong and outdated. Maybe it's marketing advice, maybe it's business advice, maybe it's creator advice. It happens all the time. And someone finds one thing that's worked for them once, and suddenly it's a universal rule. But the real work is always way messier than that. The second reason why expert feels weird to me is that expertise ages insanely fast now, especially in marketing, at least in the fields that I'm in. A strategy that worked 2 years ago might be already dead. Platforms change, algorithms change, audience behavior changes. Let me just talk for 1 second. If you think the algorithm is the thing that is like, you're on some kind of blacklist. It's not. It's the thing that you are doing that people are not responding to. Replace the word algorithm with your audience and see where that takes you and how that locus of control changes from external, like, oh, things are happening into me, versus an internal, which is like, hey, these people aren't liking what I'm putting out into the world. Well, maybe I need to change a couple things, tweak something, say something that makes more sense or is more clear to them. I think a lot of that is intertwined in people giving up on social media so quickly. So think about this for a second. What's something that's worked really well for you a year or 2 years ago that would not work the same way today? Maybe that's your content strategy or the way that you approach clients, or maybe it's something with Instagram. The people who stay relevant aren't the ones claiming they figured it out. It's the ones that constantly try new things and are on the front of all of the trends. I think another thing that bugs me about experts online is that a lot of them actually stop doing the thing that they are known for. Maybe they never even did the thing that they were known for, but piggybacked off of someone else's knowledge. That's what really gets me going. You'll see marketing experts that don't run marketing campaigns anymore. Business coaches that don't run businesses. Creators who mostly teach instead of create. And there's nothing wrong with teaching. Teaching is great, but there's a big difference between being actively in the work versus someone who's commenting from the sidelines. Think about this. Have you ever learned from someone and slowly realized they weren't actually doing the thing that they were teaching anymore? The people that I trust most are the people that are still testing out ideas every single week, still working with clients, trying things that fail because they're seeing what's happening and they are tapped in to what's happening right now. Which leads me to my last point and what I think is a great takeaway for myself too. I think sharing experience is way more valuable than claiming expertise. Instead of pretending you know everything, you're documenting what you're learning. You show what worked and you showed what didn't. You let people know and see with the process and just be actually transparent. Show that you've lost money on this thing. And honestly, that's way more interesting anyway, because I would hate to learn from someone that doesn't show what their mistakes are. Because most of us are learning in real time. Like they're actually just figuring it out. And so maybe a next step for you in all of this, in my rant about expertise online, is that what's something that you are doing right now that you can show people? Is there a way that you can attach your phone to your camera and say, hey, this is me, I'm at a job right now, post it on your stories, actually showing you doing the work? Is there a way that you can put your phone, it doesn't have to look fancy, if you can put your phone on a tripod next to you as you're painting? I would rather see that from you than you claim to be the next Bob Ross and you only use one brush and this is why you only use one brush. Like, I just want to know what's actually happening behind the scenes to make this kind of stuff. And so I think even brands can take something away from this. It's not about that polished, understood, perfect presentation. It's about, hey, we listen to the community. These people are having these problems, and this is the thought process we got to that this is what solves your problem. And so lately, I've been trying to think less about being an expert and more about being someone who shares honest experience, because the internet already has enough people pretending they have everything figured out. The most interesting creatives are those who are building while they're learning. And if you're someone doing that too, trying new things, experimenting, figuring things out along the way, then you'll probably like this channel, because this is just another experiment that I'm trying this year. And that's why I want to share the process here. It's real creative process, real time processing through things that I'm working on right now. And if that's interesting to you, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.